Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the Essie Game Theory collection. There are 6 polishes here altogether. These are all, mostly jewel toned, not a couple of them, but they're deeper fall, like shimmery matte shades. So I found these. Where did I find these? So as far as the normal websites where I order polishes go, these are only available on 88beauty.com. There are 4 of the 6 shades on the Ulta website, and I don't leave my house often, so I couldn't tell you whether I've seen them pop up in stores or not. So 6 polishes here altogether, and I will get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Call Your Bluff, and this is described by Essie as a muted sandy beige, and this also has a bit of that silver shimmer to it. So this one actually covers really well on that first coat. I can still see a little tiny bit of nail line. These polishes do dry matte, so they dry a little bit faster than your average polish. I'm trying to work with them a little bit quicker so that they don't start drying on me as I go, but they don't dry too fast, and good formula as well. So I'm doing a second coat here, but looking really closely, I'm not 100% sure that I need it. I can see a little bit of nail line on my ring finger, but the rest of my nails look pretty good. I am trying to make these strokes as straight as possible. There is a bit of shimmer in there, and it can dry a little bit goofy if your brush strokes aren't straight. And then I'll also have photos of all of these with and without top coat. So that is 2 coats of Call Your Bluff. The next polish is called Going All In, and this is described as a soft pink. This has a bit of it's hard for me to tell if it's purple or blue shimmer. I think it's a little bit more purple, but it's not just a standard silver. There's a little flash of purple or blue in there. So this one is also a bit sheer on that first coat. I think this is more sheer than the last one was on that first coat. It will still cover just fine in 2 though. This one also doesn't seem to be showing brush strokes as much as the last one did, though after the last polish was dried, most of those brush strokes were pretty hard to see. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats. It was close in one on some nails. I did thinner coats over here, and you could definitely see more nail line. And those brush strokes do look totally smooth once it's dry. They're really not that bad when it's wet. You have to look for them. And I don't know if I mentioned, but good formula on this one as well. So that is 2 coats of Going All In. For some reason, now I can't remember what hand I hold the bottles in. Do I go this way? Seems like I would hold it in my right hand, but that just seems off. It's very early. So the next polish is Game Theory, and this is described as a raisin plum polish with red undertones. So this one also covers really well on that first coat, but is just a little bit sheer. I'm trying to make those brush strokes as straight as possible because they are a little bit more visible in this color, though all the polishes have dried with virtually none. I'm also trying not to work with it too much because it does dry matte, which means it dries faster. And good formula on this one as well. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats. I think this one, in my opinion, looks the best in the matte finish. I don't know why. I really like that kind of unusual red color. And you can always add top coat to these if you want the shine. So that is 2 coats of Game Theory. The next polish is called Ace of Shades, and this is described as a deep burgundy red. So this one is still a little bit sheer on that first coat. I can see a little bit of my nail line, but it's very dark and still pretty opaque. I am trying to make sure I don't have too many lines through that shimmer. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats. I had a few uneven spots after that first coat. I really like how this looks matte, but this is one that I think I prefer with a top coat because that really deep red shimmer just stands out so nicely when it's shiny. That is 2 coats of Ace of Shades. The next polish is called Hold 'em Tight, and this is just described as a bright grape purple. So this one is the first one that looks a little bit jellyish. It's still pretty opaque. It is a darker shade, but it just has that slight jelly look to it. It's a little more uneven. And this also seems to have a pink shimmer to it. I definitely see some flashes of pink, maybe red, and good formula on this one as well. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats. I'll try to adjust it, but this is looking a little bit more blue, like bluish purple on camera, where it leans more reddish purple in person. So that is 2 coats of Hold 'em Tight.
And the last polish is called Wild Card, and Essie describes this as a vibrant sapphire blue. So this one covers really well on the first coat. I can still see some nail line. I didn't have this one on for very long when I did my swatch photos, but I did have a little bit of blue staining from it, and that was without base coat. So you're definitely going to want to wear base coat with this one to avoid that. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats, and no lines through that shimmer after everything is dried down. It's really, really smooth. So that is 2 coats of Wild Card.
So I really like Wild Card because it's blue, which that should just kind of explain itself. I like the blue. I'm almost always gonna like the blue in a collection, but I also really like Game Theory because it's not really, really red. It has a little bit of a dark pink look to it. It's almost a little rusty looking. I like this color. It's a little bit different, and I don't usually gravitate towards red shades, but this one stuck out to me. So we will say that Wild Card and Game Theory are my favorites. So that is the Essie Game Theory collection. Again, I found those on 88beauty.com. I'll link that down below because it's like 8 and then a TY and then another 8, and I never link that website, but I'll try to start doing that. So I will link 88beauty down below because it's the only place I know of right now that I can find the whole collection online, not at full price. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.